Liam, the league season's finished today with a defeat against Blyth. Overall, what are your thoughts on it?
On the actual game today?
On the game, yeah.
So there's going to be overshadowed by the fact it was never a penalty. The first one's a nailed on penalty all day. I actually think the ref gets the call right, because we had a shout for a penalty, but I think Morgan has actually stood on the ball, so I'll give him that. But the second pen's a joke. Even the fact that he's saying it, he's made it look worse, it just looked daft. So to be fair to the Blyth fans all around, we're all laughing and joking with us, so it is what it is. It's a bit of a sickness, because we come in with only one forward, try to set ourselves up to be hard to beat, then that goal falls away after 5 minutes. But that's our own fault. Andy Paddy's got to play the ball forward. Regan's just doesn't realise that he's not going to have 2 minutes in the box, and then needlessly brings the lad down. So I haven't got any complaints about that. Blyth probably count themselves a touch unlucky to have missed a couple of chances, but we've had a couple of chances in the first half. I will say they're a good side. They deserve to be in the playoffs, and good luck to them in the playoffs. I think coming here, if anyone comes here, I don't know if is anyone going to be able to come here. They're going to have to play all the games away from home, so it's a tough ask to go away from home and win 3 games. So, but fair play to them getting in. We just got to look at ourselves and say, the teams we've played in the top 7 today, this season, we're not a million miles away. So, we've got to shave off goals that we conceded, and we've got to add goals that we should score. Turn a couple more wins into draws, a couple more draws into wins, and a couple more losses into draws, and we'll be okay.
As you say, they were looking for a result to secure their playoff place. Had a few chances, as you mentioned. Pleased with the way we kind of fought back and got the equaliser?
Yeah, again, it was great delivery from Morgan, who actually thought, especially in the first half, they thought him and Dion linked up. Morgan's put 3 great balls to put Dion clean through. But I will say Dion's head and shoulders our man of the match. He worked so hard, he put people under pressure, looked dangerous, looked a threat, deserved a goal. But as I said, we'll come into the game with one eye on Monday. Obviously, you lose one focal point, as in Sam out, but then Jordan Archer breaks down again in training on Thursday, which makes it difficult. Dion's led the line on his own, done it, as I keep on saying, he's done a good job, but it's a big difference when you've got one of the big ones with him. But Jack will be fine for Monday. Obviously, he'd give me a chance to rest 1 or 2 in terms of going into Monday, and all systems go. Make sure we finish the season on a high. We want to win the cup. We obviously have set out from the start to try and win them both. So if that's the case, great. And then it takes us into a good little spell of results going into the start of the next season.
I was just going to ask about the lineup, as you said about setting up, trying to be hard to beat. Was the lineup today, no Jack, no David Morgan, and a few other changes, was that with Monday in mind, or was it also kind of a chance to give others a run out as well?
No, Jack was ill, so that's why he's not here. Obviously Dave, Morgs and Paddy will start on Monday night. So will Devan, and so will Brad. Hopefully Jack will be back. So, really speaking, what I've tried to do, we've got to 2 finals. I'd like to turn as well, like every single player started one of the finals, which is only trying to be fair. And trying to build that togetherness within the squad, and if we can do that, it takes you a long way. And that's one thing I'll say today. Blyth look as if they're very much together. So a good learning curve. It's good that the likes of Morgan Thompson-Smith's got another full 90 under his belt, and looks a good player. I think he tired the last 15, which is understandable, but he looked a good player. So a lot of positives.
Got Monday to come, as we say, but in terms of the league season, obviously the last game today, just a couple of words to kind of sum up the league season, and also obviously with the summer in mind, where's the kind of squad at the moment in terms of where you want it to be?
Well, the league season has just been a disaster from day one, in terms of you can't take 8 points out of the first 14-15 games, especially when a lot of the players who were still at the club here were here. It wasn't a very nice environment, which yourselves have witnessed it yourselves, even on team photograph day. It just wasn't what we should have had at the football club. I'm going into work every day. It wasn't very pleasant. I said, but gradually we got through it, got ourselves in a good run. But the first third of the season's killed the league campaign, and then all of a sudden you actually go off into different directions. Our direction, which actually probably pulled us out of the bad run, was the FA Cup. We forget we had 6 games in the FA Cup, which is a great achievement. Monday will be our 60th game of the season, which is an awful lot of football. So it's 18 cup matches, and then we put everything into the county cups to actually get something back. So this getting something back. And even the game against Prescott, where as a team we're celebrating with the fans as a group, that means a lot. That's what we want to build, and that's what we always have in the past. Take that onto Monday. We can do the same again at Bolton. Great. So actually, have you seen photograph with a normal amount of players, not a stupid amount of players, a good group of people that you want to work with, people you want to play with, and have two cups in front of the team for the photograph? It says something. So someone turns around and says, what's this season been like? For me personally, it's been very, very hard. It's actually been bizarrely quite enjoyable, because I have been tested on numerous occasions, and I'm just glad I'm experienced, because I think if I was a younger manager, certain people who push you that far, they would actually happily throw you under the bus. So I've got to turn around and say, yeah, I was backed by the board, Phil, Ian, but I was communicating. They knew where it was. They knew what issues we had, and that's where the players actually come round together, and you're seeing a team spirit growing from within, and then you're seeing a lot of others go out the door. So where we are at the minute, I think we've got 12 contracted players up to now, but going into next season, we've got to see where the loans are, see what we can do, if there's anything to do with them, and then we've got to add that bit of extra quality to take it into what you'd like, a good pre-season, a pre-season where we're not scattered with trialists all over the place. We know what we are, we can work on, and people say it's not even all sometimes our personalities, it's about players who can play the way I want them to play, and I haven't had that. I haven't had that. Certainly, lads have dug in and got us results, and we ended up playing 4-2-3-1. I don't want to play like that. I said, but we had no choice. But little things we worked on through the course of the season. I know where we are, where we're up to. I'm confident that we will go into the next campaign in a much better place, and I'm very confident that at the end this time next year we will be in a much higher position where we are on the table.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.